Hey guys, welcome back. And it is so weird to be sitting back in the studio after this weekend's craziness. And if you don't know what I'm talking about and your feed didn't blow up from the 18 videos we put out this weekend, I did a 50-hour, what we called a subathon. And the idea was born of, I watched a Garrett Watts video on Friday. It was about 6 o'clock Friday evening, local time. It was basically just him standing there talking to the camera. It's one of his very first videos. In fact, it might have been his first like true video as trying to do YouTube and be a YouTuber. He had some stuff on there before, but it's not really content like you would see from a normal channel. And he basically just had right about here, just had a subscribe button and said, hey, all right guys, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna sit here and wait. I'll wait on you. Anytime. Go ahead, right here, go ahead and hit that button. Yes, this one right here, this one. Hey, this actually works, guys. This is not just Garrett, if you want to hit this works. So anyway, that's what the video was for probably a good minute of it. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. You figure it out. You can look at it. You can watch it down below. I'll put a link to it. So that got me thinking. I was like, crap, I can sit around and do that for a little bit and see if it worked. What if I just did that for, I don't know, 50 hours straight? And it wasn't really 50 hours straight. It was one of those things that I just thought, well, if I could do this, what if I just stayed up till 9 o'clock on Sunday and just talk to the camera? And you know, I thought, yeah, that's something that I hadn't heard a whole lot of people that said, you know, they've heard of people doing that before. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try that. And I figured it out from, if I went live at 7 p.m. on Friday night, I figured out that if I said 9 p.m. it was 49 hours. I said, I'll stay up till 10. It's an even 50 hours. We'll do a 50-hour subathon. And so it worked out. It was fun. It was fun. I did not hit, I was trying to get to 1,000 subs. Didn't make it. Didn't come close. But it was fun. I had a good time. I'm actually, this is literally next day. Let's see, I went to bed about 30 minutes after 10 last night and woke up. I was totally refreshed. I took some ibuprofen. I felt like I was drunk most of Sunday, and I couldn't remember things. And I went back and looked at some of the videos today. I was just like, you know, I'd fallen asleep and looking around where I was. They're called, what we looked up earlier, they're called micro sleeps. And I just was just sleep deprivated. I kind of came around for the finale because there was a lot of stuff going on, and I don't know, maybe my ADD overcame, but it was something that was fun. We had a good time with it. If you, I guess if I would could say, you know, go watch this part and this part, the top two were probably, I think it's episode 1 and the finale. The finale, we had a lot of good time. We had a lot of people on the live chat with us, and we had Katie and JC and Ashley were there. You know, Ashley was in studio with me, and then Katie and JC were on the phone with us from Colorado. So we had, you know, big discussions, talk about our top 5 albums that we could listen to all the way through, and our, you know, we ended up talking about military movies. You know, it was just talked about. I can't remember. What was that? Yesterday was it's kind of a fog. It's kind of a fog, but I mean, there's certain things that stick out. Like when you're drunk, you know, you don't necessarily remember the whole thing. So I remember scenes, I remember, you know, things that happened. I know the Vikings and the Packers tied at 29 yesterday, and there were some kicks missed. But if you were to ask me to go game by game and tell you what happened in that game, I couldn't do it. So anyway, yeah, there's some highlights in there. Maybe I'll eventually. It's a lot. We're talking 50 hours of movie to go through, of video. So it would be something to put together a best of on that. It would take a lot of time. But maybe someday, you know, if I get some extra time or just feel like doing something like that to put it out, maybe I'll put a best of the 50-hour subathon. But other than that, I'll go through and kind of let y'all know where the highlights are. My cousin April came over and we played some Mary Kill, and instead of oh my god, when we would agree on something, this is bringing back bad memories. When we would agree on something, we had to eat these jelly bellies called Bean Boozled. And basically, I don't know if you're not familiar with them, it is two beans look exactly alike. Like one of them was peach, while the other was puke. They're like that. So they have, you know, I don't know, 12 different colors or whatever. And then you go through and you try them. The thing is that they all kind of, the box was almost completely crap, like the ones that sucked. We did that. That was fun, and we had some fun. We had a good time, and I had a lot of people that, you know, were watching out for me. Everybody's like, "Are you still up? Are you still okay? Are you okay?" And I really appreciate that. You know, keeping track of me, and you know, Ashley brought over some food, and David brought over some food, and April brought over maybe what kind of helped me get through the whole thing. She brought me a lot of energy drinks and 5-hour energies and stuff like that, so that helped out too. But thank you all for, you know, the ones that were a part of that, and then all the people that watched and everything like that. You helped me make it through it. And so I ended up staying up for 64 hours straight on the 50-hour subathon. So, and the thing for me, I think we've also decided we're going to do some different things that came out of this. With JC and Katie calling in, I think we're going to do a live podcast kind of thing, but you know, a video podcast, and I think we're going to start something like that up, where we'll just maybe get together once a week, live show it, and y'all can call in, and we'll be interactive on the chat and stuff like that. So I think that's definitely going to come from that. And then we got a couple, you know, I think the Bean Boozled are going to be a thing. Maybe so sick, but I think that's going to be a thing. And actually, we incorporated some of the games and stuff like that in there too. So it's a lot of what the show kind of already is. Just it was spread out over the 50 hours. But that live show kind of brings us to the topic of today's video, and if it doesn't get resolved soon, there might not be a live show, and that is one of the videos got banned, got kicked off of YouTube, and I couldn't tell you why. One, because it was Sunday morning from about 6:45 to 12:30 in the afternoon. It's episode 16. I have no idea. It's literally Sunday morning. I wasn't doing much of anything. I talked to a friend of mine on the phone. I think I did a Facebook live chat. And what I should do is go ahead and check that and see what happened there. But from what I could tell, it got banned for me trying to send drive traffic from YouTube. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I've got about 3,000 either friends or fans from my author page over on Facebook. That's what this whole thing is about. I'm trying to grab them and bring them over to YouTube, you know, to where I just want to reach out to them. We did Facebook Live stuff at the same time, so we could try to get those guys to come over and join us over here where we're having a good time too. And there's a disconnect there. I don't know what it is. I'll probably go into that later in a video because it's something I've kind of noticed and probably need to do a video on it. But I don't understand how I'm trying to drive people from YouTube. I don't get it. And I've got to sit down. I've got to appeal it. But part of that thing is that I'm not allowed to live stream right now. So, and they said the strike lasts 3 months. You know, that's going to throw a big dent into our live streaming thing we're talking about. So I'll find out more on that and let you know, keep you updated. But yeah, it's it kind of bugged me. And another thing was, and part of this was me. I played a little fast and loose with the rules because I knew it was a live stream. I knew I wasn't putting out just regular content. I've seen plenty of live streams that use just you know, copyrighted material. I just put it out there, and it was going to be hard to get around that anything, because if I'm just listening to music, I usually don't just listen to the ones that I get on Epidemic Sound. Although, after we started getting copyright claims on the first few live streams, that, you know, first few parts of the live stream, I did switch over to Epidemic Sound. But I did the, what number is it? Crap, number 6, I think. I can't remember, guys. I'm the whole weekend is becoming a fog. I just like can't remember certain details, whatever. But I think it's 6, and that's the first one. We got some copyright claims, and you're not missing much. It's a 5-hour video that got taken down, but it's literally from like 2 in the morning to 7 in the morning on the first night. I was watching Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and Ready Player One. So I watched those 3 movies that night just to kind of keep myself awake, because there was nobody on the chat. There was nobody on the Facebook chat. I mean, it was basically me by myself. It's boring content. Nobody's missing anything from that 5 hours not being there. But it's so weird. All the other ones that got copyright claims against them, they chose to monetize the video to where, so as in, I'm not making any money off of it, but if you're looking at those videos, you might see some commercials. You might see, you know, just stuff like, those are going to be monetized now, but they're not monetized by me. I'm not making anything off of that. But the ones that had the content in there, the songs that I played, that they took, that I used, they monetized for that. So most every other video except for this one was monetized, and they chose to go ahead and just take the money. The money that would be made, the commercial money that would be made off that video, now goes to Universal, BMI, whatever one they're with. But there was a couple of them that they chose, no, you used it, we're blocking the video. So I had to go through, and on the ones that I used the music that they blocked the video, there's no problem. You can actually get, there's a tool within YouTube. You can go in and select to erase the music. It goes through, takes the music out. There you go. The problem with the one that got banned, where they said, no, you can't do that, is it's from one of the Deadpool movies. And who would have thought that frickin' Deadpool would be the one to get me? But anyway, Deadpool, all the money I made them, oh man, it burns me up. They chose to block the video, but unlike the music, there's no way to go in there and just have it take out the dialogue from the movie, because it would be like differentiating my voice from the movie voice or whatever. So that one is going to take some time. I'm going to have to go in, and I'll have to take the video myself, go in and basically just erase all sound. Like I said, probably not going to matter, because I was just pretty much sitting there watching movies. There wasn't much commentary on it. I was dead tired. I mean, that was in the, I was nearing 24 hours up, and that was one of the toughest times, from about 5:30 to 7:30 Saturday morning. After that first 24 hours, that's when I hit a wall, and I hit it hard, and not figuratively, not literally, because although you could see that, I mean, because like I said, I felt like I was drunk. But anyway, so I felt like I hit a wall, and that was probably the toughest 2 hours out of the whole 60, or out of the whole 50, 64, whatever. out of the whole 64 I was up, 50 that I was doing, that was probably the toughest time. So I don't think you're missing a whole lot if I don't get that back up there. But between the two videos, there's, out of the 50 hours I streamed, there's 10.5 hours that are missing now that you can't get to. Luckily, they're pretty boring parts. Sunday morning didn't have, although if I say boring, for someone, and one of the things that the highlights, boring is subjective. I mean, me just sitting there and trying to stay awake and do these things on Sunday morning, no, that doesn't sound, you know, terribly exciting to probably a normal person. But I mean, if you were a doctor of the social sciences and stuff like that, watching someone deteriorate from sleep deprivation, I feel like that would be highly interesting to them, you know, or something like that. I mean, so that's a subjective thing to say, you know, you're not contributing quality content or whatever. Well, who's that to say? I mean, to that scientist, that might be, you know, that might be gold. To have someone, you know, just sit there and fighting it and things that happen to them, watch them experience those micro sleeps. Because I mean, when I watch some of it today, not necessarily that one, some of the earlier ones, it's weird to watch, because like I'll be sitting there and then I'm out, and then when I wake up I'm just like, okay, you know, but to experience that, to watch it from doing that, I didn't know where I was at. I didn't know that I was watching the video, stopping there, I was out. And then when I woke up, I just continued. Like it was, I don't remember being asleep. I don't remember falling asleep. I just would wake up and continue what I was doing. So, I don't know. That's one of the things that was a little different than when you go to sleep, you know you've been asleep. But I didn't really experience that, except for the one time when David says, "Hey, wake up!" And I, you know, didn't know I was asleep, but that time I did, because he told me. But anyway, guys, so that's where we're at. I got banned on one of my videos. I'm gonna try and get it taken care of. I'm really interested and hopefully it's just a misunderstanding, and it's I don't know, but it's the first strike on my community guidelines. I get 3. They go away after 3 months, but I don't like having that stuff on there. You know, I don't want to be considered, you know, a bad creator or anything like that. I'd like to keep those clean and keep my record clean, you know. And I don't know, it kind of sits with the wrong way. I'm gonna reach out to Facebook with an appeal and find out what exactly is it, because the area that they tagged it in is broad. I mean, there's 6 or 7 things that is part of that, getting banned for that, and I have no idea which one it is. I don't understand, and I personally don't see how it fits any of them. I don't see, you know, any of the criteria for banning that video. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't see how that's in that. So we'll see. I'll let y'all know. You know, if this was probably something I just didn't want to get out there and talk to you about, I would have had something where, you know, it had some finalization to the process. But I wanted to talk to you about it today. I wanted to hear what you had to say about it, and what you think, and tell me. Another thing is at the whole video of this, I really just want to know, let's take this area to say, you know, what did you think of the whole 50-hour subathon? I mean, did you like some of the content? I mean, there was, you know, there's obviously, I know there's times that it was, you know, kind of boring. It's not that I couldn't be that entertaining for 50 hours straight. That's kind of an impossibility. But I feel like we had a good time some of the time, you know, and we just kind of had to stretch it out. I think that's probably one thing, if it wasn't such an on-the-fly thing that I did, that I would do better the next time if I did something like this, where I say, I'm not doing 50 hours again, screw that. It was stupid, had fun, but it was stupid. And I did feel a sense of accomplishment when when I hit that goal. But oh man, that was hard. That was hard. But if I do something similar, if we do a 24-hour whatever, I think I'm going to do it more like like if you remember if you're old enough to remember the old Jerry Lewis telethons that you used to do on Labor Day weekend, I would do something more like that, where we have planned out events, planned out acts that that we'll do. We'll plan out the games. We'll plan out when we're going to do a live show, and when we're going to do some talking to people in Colorado and stuff like that. So I think that would be the one thing I'd do different. But this thing was a spur of the moment thing, and I literally threw it together in an hour. I watched the video about 6 o'clock, spent the next hour getting in live, and at 7 o'clock I went live with it. So that's how the whole thing came together, how quick it came together, and the fact that, so I did the whole thing on the fly. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I thought it was fun. It was interesting to go through. I don't know how much of it was interesting to watch, but I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you enjoyed about it, because that's what I'd like to know, is what did you get out of it that maybe we don't get out of a regular show. Did you just enjoy seeing me in a normal atmosphere instead of an edited atmosphere? I also, I probably want to put a disclaimer out on some of these that have watched it. Maybe film that beforehand, that the language is not, it's not my normal fare. I try to keep my stuff PG-13 on here. I don't cuss a lot, but I did. I mean, normally I've got a potty mouth, so you get to experience that side of Richard. And maybe you liked that. Maybe you want it to be a little more real on here. I don't know. It doesn't. Like I said, that's just me. I don't. But I've also been, raised a good boy that's not polite to talk like that in public. But whatever. I don't mind. So, but just tell me what you like. Just tell me what you like. I know this might be a little bit of rambling. They've gone on for 23 minutes right now, so I might just throw this one up here pretty much unedited. I'll do a little bit of it because I got some carrier words and spaces where I'm doing some thinking. But other than that, this might be a long one, guys. But I hope you enjoy it, and hope you enjoy what I'm doing. I'm having a good time with it, and I think that has to be the two most important things. If I'm having a good time and you're having a good time, then it really doesn't matter where I'm at. It doesn't matter that we didn't get to the subs goal that we wanted. It doesn't matter if I took a ban on one video or whatever, as long as we enjoy each other's company and coming to do this all the time, because obviously I'm not making any money on it yet. I would enjoy maybe adding to my income. That's the goal, is to have YouTube make me a little bit of extra money. But I think I still have to have fun at it. It's got to be a thing. I don't want this to feel like a job so much as it is, something that I enjoy doing and that you enjoy watching. So as long as there's that, I'll still be Richard Howk, and we'll keep going. Until that time, I have been Richard Howk. I am still Richard Howk, and you have a great day. Hey guys, welcome back. I just wanted to make a quick addendum to the end of this video before I posted it up. I just got finished editing the rest of it. I did put in the appeal to YouTube on the thing. I haven't heard anything back on it yet. So we are still going to do a live stream Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central to probably 10 p.m. somewhere in that range. But we'll do that. The details will be down below. Just do that and go check it out. Come and join us. Should be fun. Should have a good time. And let's see. I didn't do anywhere in the video did I do a 10 entry word. So figure out how to put potty mouth in your comment below without just saying potty mouth, and I'll give you 10 extra entries. Goodbye guys, thanks for watching.